Well, this is going to be disgusting and hard to swallow. This is a Jelly Belly sparkling water chocolate. As I have tried these before, they're terrible. I mean, I'm a food blogger, and I look for the strangest food I can find in the hopes that people will see it and want to read my blog. So I have started incorporating this into these videos in order to use up my stock, because to review this product, I purchased 3 of them. 2 of them, which would be the one in the glass when I took the picture for the review, the unbroken can in the picture for the review, and then 1 extra in case something happened. I can tell you I have very rarely regretted purchasing a product as much as I regret purchasing this one. Anyway, for every 1,000 subscribers I do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. I am giving you an opportunity to do something good for the world for free. Please don't waste it. Ugh. So we're going to talk about job growth. And this is a very timely topic because I purchased this from a store that was closing. There had always been a store there so far as I could remember. It was a discount store, and you know, it's been such a fixture for so long. It was a pick and save before it was a Big Lots. It's been a Big Lots, and I'm going to grant you, I have not been going to Big Lots very often as of late. I reached a point where I had enough reviews. I have food sitting around my house. I need to consume that food. So I don't buy as much as I used to. Okay? Ugh. I think I'm getting used to it. This stuff at the bottom is ice, by the way. So, they say that inflation is down and job growth is up and people are getting jobs. So why is it I keep seeing businesses closing? I'm not seeing businesses opening. I mean, yeah, the pandemic changed our society in a fundamental way. We are now far more afraid of leaving the house. We are now far more likely to buy food from an app, and we are now far more likely to have things delivered than actually go to the store and buy real food. But, I mean, Big Lots? It's a discount store. The 99-cent store? It's a discount store. And they're both closing. I heard that 99-cent store got bought out by Dollar Tree, but that doesn't really make me feel better. I mean, really, I'm not trying very hard to get back into the working game. Possibly by the time I post this video, I'm filming this before the election, so I don't know. It will take me some time to process this video. The last card I had was filled up, so I've got a lot of these videos. And, I'm to the point where I'm pushing very hard to get as much done as possible before I eventually return to work. Ugh. Chocolate flavored water is just nasty. I will admit, however, it's not as bad as the last bottle, or last can. So, yeah, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to the terror. But, you know, this is the thing about our society, is that things have been getting progressively worse across my lifetime. And as they get progressively worse, we just continue to sort of hold together this idea that nothing has changed. And I mean, it's like, you can say that unemployment is low. I don't care. Look at homelessness. I drive through the streets and I see homeless people everywhere. That wasn't a thing 20 years ago. So I don't really care what your unemployment rate is. The homelessness rate is what's bothering me. And you could say, well, homelessness is shrinking finally. And I've heard that homelessness did shrink somewhat in the last year. But shrinking, it's not good enough. What we need is homelessness to drop to where it was in, say, 2005. Then, when there aren't streets full of homeless people trying to eke out a meager existence, then I will feel differently. I used to know a man. He was a Vietnam veteran. He died in the pandemic, okay? And he thought having a job meant that you could afford an apartment. He was wrong. I used to work at a homeless shelter, and at that shelter we recommended that all of our clients get 2 jobs before they leave, because otherwise they just weren't going to be able to meet rent. This is terrible. And so long as that's the case, I don't care what your economic projections say. So long as people can't afford rent on one job, the economy is not good. This was a world that let somebody who doesn't know much about running a country run a country, the most powerful country on earth. It's a world where we were so tired about entrenched management failing us that we went for a wild card. And it didn't save things much, in my opinion. Things did not get better. Okay, then we got another old school candidate, and things did not get that much better. I mean, things normalized, I guess. But the world is still falling apart. We're descending into madness. I mean, you look over at Mexico, and there are places in Mexico where the government is basically non-existent. People are on their own. There are other places in the world where the government is simply fallen apart. And, I'm not saying that is a result of America, but it's a result of an ongoing trend that America has a part in. Every day I see news reports from China, although I grant those reports are pretty biased, that things are terrible there. Starving villagers, looting crops, stores being ransacked, buildings crumbling though they're brand new. It's terrible. But what do we do? It's one of those things that I sit here and it's like drinking this terrible chocolate water. I know that all I can do is just swallow the next swallow and live through the next day and try not to fall apart. I'm going to grant that the job market looks good. I'm not afraid of finding a job. I'm not. But I'm also not very hopeful. And I can tell you that I grew up in a world where workers were not treated very well. And they said, you know, you guys are a dime a dozen. You quit, we'll get somebody else. And that's true. In my last job, that was the mentality. That's why I don't have a job. Although technically they never fired me. Anyway, thank you for sharing this moment with me. I'm Richard.
Oogog, Urganog. Daniel Ducky say YouTube gods need long outro so I can tell you comment, like, and subscribe so that this channel can pull trash out of ocean by buying matrices from For Ocean. Also, links to new video now appear. Comment, like, and subscribe, or be cursed by Ugatha. Danger Ducky approves.